NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Brandon Wilson to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw?
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
2nd and 5.
Carr now to throw. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The return man, Wilson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Burrow. Catch is made by Harry. Touchdown! N'Keal Harry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Damiere Byrd to return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man. It's Barrios complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
On play action, now Carr. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Caught out right by Renfro. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From his end zone, Wilson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll air this one out for Boyd. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Bird to return from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Now Carr. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But your touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's got it. Touchdown. N'Keal Harry with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Burrow.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. On 2nd and goal, Burrow. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst as the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Bird to return from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here.
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Fights off the defender. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Joe Mixon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, Mixon. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Burrow on 3rd down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 10-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
And the Raiders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trey Hendrickson, an All-Pro in New Orleans in 2020. There on the tackle.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Here's Carr to throw.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
57 to Mike. 57.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
40 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
1st down, Bengals.
Mixon. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Thomas. Come up the ball. 11 Thomas.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Bengals appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more.
Bird to return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro.
A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a play fake. Carr steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now Carr, got to have this one. And able to connect with Berrios. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Even. 4 down. Even. 24 is the mic. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Edwards.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's another.
Throwing now is Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He's at the 50, the 30, 10.
I'm going to show you, man.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas.